Peekaboo. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mama J. My boys gave me that name when they were little, and so that's what I go by. Today, and on my channel, we watch what a housewife does, or in Germany, a Hausfrau. So today, emptying the dishwasher. We've got quite a few dishes to unload today. Interestingly enough, as I pull out this peeler, my peeler broke, my other one. I had 3 of these, and the metal actually split, and so one of the sharp edges ripped off on the carrot. It was really crazy. So I've never had that happen before, but this is my little peeler. I may be opening and closing drawers as I put things away here. But measuring spoons. My boys wanted pumpkin pie this weekend. So we made a pumpkin pie, which was always fun, but a little bit messy. You know, it uses quite a few different utensils to get all of that made. So I had quite a lot of dirty dishes from that activity. So again, you just have to know where everything goes. We've got different spoons. I'm a little bit of a, have a little bit of OCD, I guess is the name of it. I don't know for sure, but I like things to be in a very specific place. So if I have small spoons, they go in a very specific drawer. If I have the dog spoons that the dog we use for the dog food, that goes in a different drawer. Actually, doesn't go in a drawer. This one goes over in the cabinet in a hutch, just like this one. These ones go in a cabinet in a hutch. So and it's very funny to me. Like, it just needs to be that way. It just feels better to me if it's in the right place. And for me, it's the right place. Everybody else is like, it's a spoon. It's a spoon. It's the same size as a big spoon. Let's just put it with the best of the big spoons. But I need it in a very specific place. It feels right to me. I don't know how else to describe that. You can probably hear a funny sound in the background of my video. That is my lunch heating up. So I am having some leftovers. I've increased the protein content. There's leftover food, like quesadillas and different things. So I just added extra meat to mine to increase the protein content. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. So I find if I do that, if I add a little bit of protein, my weight falls off faster. So that's what I'm trying to do. Again, I'm going with the cloth because in my dishwasher, things that are plastic don't dry. That's just what happens. And then anything that has just even a slight indentation, the water will pool on it and it won't dry. So I have to come in with a cloth and dry it. These lids have a little, I don't know what you call this thing, seal, this little colorful seal. And this colorful seal gets filled with water. So I just push my fingers with the cloth around the seal and pull it to the corner. And I can usually have the cloth just pull out and drain all the extra water in these lids. So that's something. So I just keep a cloth on hand so I can do all of that. Our Thermomix, I love this. We bought an extra one of these devices so we can do 2. So we can actually have like a savory thing going on and cooking at the same time we have a sweet thing cooking. So yeah, I absolutely love our Thermomix. I'll show you how to put this together because it's pretty easy. Let me show you what we do. So it comes with different parts. Let me dry off these bowls so that I don't get everything wet down below. Okay, so let's show you. So you've got 3 pieces to the Thermomix. I love our Thermomix. Okay, so you have the receptacle. You're gonna take the blender, and these blades are sharp, so you have to be very careful. So if you hold it by the top part, you don't touch the blade. And you're gonna put it inside the receptacle so it goes all the way in and it seats really nicely. Let me check on my lunch, make sure it doesn't burn. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, so you're gonna set it in there really nicely. And then you're gonna take this bottom part and throw it around the kitchen. And you're gonna slide it on and it'll fit just perfect. And then you take it and you just turn it sideways. You just turn it like that and it like locks it in. And what it does is it actually locks in this blender part into the bottom of your receptacle and the bottom of your blender. And then you've got the whole thing ready to go. And then we also have the lid. The lid's already washed. So you have the lid also. And then you have the top of the lid part that goes in there. Like I said, we bought two, so we could be cooking in one could be dirty, and we can switch them out and clean them out and everything. So continuing on with the everything has a place. My kids' bowls, I keep all my kids' dishes separate from the adult dishes so that they're reachable for the children. So I can actually show you where they go. Come with me. Okay, come with me. I'll show you where they are. So what I've done is to help the boys become more self-sufficient is I've created places for them where they can do things on their own. So this is their cabinet, and inside their cabinet they have their own dishes. So they can come over here and they can get their own plates, their bowls, and then when they set the table, they know exactly where they can go to get their own plates and bowls and dishes. What do you do? Do you do that as well in your house? Do you have your kids set the table? Is that one of the things that they can do and have their own kind of choice on what dishes they want to eat from? I found out when I started doing this that my oldest son felt like the plastic dishes were baby dishes, which I didn't even think that the plastic dishes would come across as baby dishes or would have some kind of negative association with them. I just thought they were dishes. So once, I put them all down and he had the opportunity, because I gave the boys the opportunity to pick their own chore. They get to do what they would like to do to help out the family. They get to decide. We don't have like a chore list. We have just an idea of all the different chores that are done around the house, and then you get to pick. So the boys get to pick what they'd like to do to contribute. You live in the house, you contribute to the house. So I added doing the dishes, and they loved that. That was fun. They got to put dishes inside the dishwasher and see kind of how you'd organize it. And then they liked being able to put the dishes away, but they could only reach so many. So as soon as I started putting them down low where they could get their own, they were excited, and then they wanted to set the table. And that's when I learned that nobody wanted to eat off the plastic dishes anymore. They were the baby dishes. And we had some extra dishes from the basement, which were left by the original owners of the home. They left these amazing dishes, and they're actually from the DDR. I don't know if you're really familiar with Germany and Germany's history. So in Germany, from an American standpoint, Germany was split into two different countries, East Germany and West Germany. From Germans' standpoint, when that split occurred, they didn't call it East Germany. They called it the DDR. And so we have these dishes that are from the DDR that our prior owners left. And so the kids use these in their play kitchen. They use these dishes from the DDR. And they're really cute. Anyway, so they have these options, and then they have the other plates, the big large plates. I don't know where these ones were made from. There's no tag, nothing written on the bottom of those. So yeah, so I learned that interesting tidbit from the kids. So now we use the plastic dishes only when we're doing like a movie night and we want to have popcorn down in the game room, or we're doing a pizza night and we need, you know, plates or something, and we're going to be eating in the living room, maybe playing a game or doing something. So we're using the plastic dishes for maybe camping, you know, those kind of things, and more of an activity where outdoors or we're somewhere else besides inside the house. And now they pretty much exclusively inside and at the dinner table use the nice dishes, which I just find adorable. So yeah, find out what your kids like by giving them the opportunity to make choices themselves, and they'll let you know what are their favorite things. Okay, so with respects to all these dishes, I just put the spoons away. I get a lot of steps in because I have dishes kind of in different locations. So now I'm putting away all the plasticware. I have plastic containers, not only in the kitchen, in my upper pantry. I think I've got some. Usually I put glassware up here in the glass shelves. So I try and keep all of this just glass. But lately, some of my plastic has been finding its way up here. So I can take that downstairs and I'll show you the pantry. So any of these plastic things I usually keep down in the pantry, and then I keep this area just up for glass. So again, another plastic one found its way up here. And then these are the baby plates I was talking about. They're from IKEA. Really cool. They're great, especially for camping and stuff, because they have the lip on the edge, so noodles don't fall off the plate if they're having tomato paste and noodles. So that's always helpful. Okay, let me go ahead and show you real quick, because I think that's all the dishes. And then I'll have to put the dirty dishes in. I'll run downstairs and we'll put the dirty dishes in together. Okay, so let's stack up all of our plastic. And we'll head downstairs. Get our steps in for the day. See how many flights of stairs we go and I take every day. Okay, so now we're in the pantry. So in our pantry, let me flip this around. Oops. So I flipped the camera around. I hope you can see this all okay. In the pantry, I've got some glassware, but most of it is all the plasticware. So all the plastic comes down here. So I have all the kids' containers for their snacks. Those go on this side over here. See, we've got spaces for everything here. Then we've got containers here. Okay, wonderful. So those are the way I can just store all the plastic in one location. And I can also put, it looks like we've got some water bottles. I've got a whole lot of water bottles upstairs. I've got some water bottles down here. I could store those water bottles instead of on the counter. I could bring those down here. That would be a great idea. Okay, so let's continue on with our dishes that we're doing. We're gonna head back upstairs. Okay, let's finish our dishes here. I'm just gonna load up the dishwasher now. So some of my dishes I don't put in the dishwasher. So I've got this, again, from IKEA. This is a, one of the pots that they get. So I hand wash a lot of those. Hand wash a lot of those things. Since we had pumpkin pie, I also made pumpkin soup, which, as you know, if you saw my laundry video, I got the pumpkin soup all over my shirt. I'm still trying to get the stain out of my shirt. You'll see that on the laundry video. But since we had pumpkin pie, you know, you've got a pumpkin. Pumpkins are pretty big, so I did pumpkin soup as well. And so I've got a whole lot of funny dishes with pumpkin soup and pumpkin pie. Okay, so we loaded up the dishwasher. We're gonna go ahead and wait to start it. You wanna make sure that there's a full load before you get it going, so I'm not gonna start it just yet. Anyway, thank you so much for joining my channel. Bye.